Welcome to Hard Rock Stadium. The smoke machine is rolling, and the Miami Hurricanes making their customary grand entrance onto the field. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the Alabama Crimson Tide, taking on the 14th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. Fair catch called for and made. All wideouts, no backs. They'll throw it on first down. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be second down. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time in late in the season.
He's brought down, solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down. Making the running back a weapon in the passing game makes it so difficult on the defense to cover everything.
No doubt. And listen, there's so many matchups across the board. If I'm playing offense, I'm going to assess it. Like, where do I have a speed advantage? Is it running back versus a linebacker? Is it receiver versus a corner? Whatever it is, I'm going to find it. And you can tell it was the running back, and they took advantage.
And the Canes will bring the punt team onto the field. The punter going to get his first work of the afternoon. He gets a block. First down here for the offense. Gonna run it. It's Young. They bring him down, and he's gonna lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's second and 11. And you want to know what impact home field advantage can have? There it is. The offense will walk it back. Second down coming up. Out of the gun, the inside give. They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4. Now facing a third and long. Back to pass, it's Milroe. Looking deep down the right side. And he makes the catch inside the 25. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. They say it's still a game of field possession, and that last one just flipped this, baby. They've got it 1st and 10 in the red zone. Gets it out fast. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. There's always that issue of conference pride, of keeping up, of proving your worth on this stage, and the ACC loves to get a chance at the SEC to do just that.
And these kids grow up in the same area. And you don't think the ACC teams hear all the time, SEC, about the dominance, the draft picks, all the stuff that goes with it. It definitely adds some of that fire. It makes you want to beat them more. I love these big-time games.
Yeah, they really do, David. And I think this is one of those games where if you're the ACC team and your players in that locker room, you've had this game circled all off-season. This game is your opportunity to prove, not just to your conference, not just to the SEC, but to everybody in college football, just how good you are as a team and how good your conference is.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. He got a hand on it and deflected it, but probably just got a bruise off that missile and gave up the completion.
Yeah, not used to handling the revolutions on that football. QB zipped it in there. Nice job getting the deflection, getting your hand on the football. That's what you're supposed to, find the football, but the offense got the break and got the completion.
Oh, the attempt is no good. After the miss, no change in the score.
And that's just the chip shot. That's just a field goal they got to make, guys.
And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Boy, 3 and out last time, David. They'd like to be more productive this time around.
Yeah, in the last drive, nothing really clicked. No rhythm, got off the field really quickly. They need to put something together here, Brent.
Yeah, David, bad execution on that last drive. So they got to take a collective breath and start playing like a unit on this drive.
To throw, it's Ward. Coming after him. Going for the big play. And the pass is incomplete thanks to a big hit.
The big tight end tries to make a catch, and you could tell extends for the ball, but great job by the defender getting in there, making the hit, dislodging the football out at the same time as he's going to catch it, and the big tight end couldn't hold on to it.
Quarterback checking off. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. On the run, fires downfield. For the 3rd straight play, the pass falls incomplete.
This is a point where you just got to be able to focus. And the critical down and distances in this game, like that 3rd down right there, when it's a good throw, you got to make the catch. You got to be able to make that play.
And the Canes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Slips through the line. That nifty return sets up the offense and negates some of the yardage on the punt. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. We talk about settling for points, but sometimes when you have to settle for nothing, David, it can be demoralizing.
Yeah, and it can definitely be frustrating. And I think it leads you to say maybe I go for it more. But, Jesse, I think this offense just needs to put another drive together and just finish stronger.
Yeah, and be a little bit less predictable, too, especially as they get closer and closer down to the end zone.
From the 25-yard line, it's 1st and 10. Wide receiver shows motion. Off the bootleg, wants to throw it. Caught behind the line. It's ball. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the 1st down. This offense in scoring position with a fresh set of downs. They'll run it on 1st and goal. That one did not go well. Tackled in the backfield for a loss of 6.
just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Zings it complete to the right. Takes it all the way down to the 4 after making the grab, and they're set up.
We all want to push the ball down the field, down the field, down the field. But when you can dump it off to your running back and still make 10-plus yards, man, it makes you look like a really good play caller.
This whole red zone offense thing has been a little shaky. They've been stopped twice already. Maybe they ought to try to score from deep. 3rd and goal, and they'll try to pass it in. Trying to get to him. And he waltzes in for the score. Touchdown tie. He didn't see anyone open. Said, no problem. I'll take care of it myself.
Yeah, I've been there before. Been there, done that. Not my first rodeo. I've been in this kind of situation. Down by the goal line, I'm getting outside, and I'm taking it in myself.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with the score from the 4. Coming out with it, it's Washington. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Last time, David, it was 1-2-3 kick.
The last drive, that 3 and out, sometimes that puts your defense in a bad spot, and you got to get a drive together here so you don't wear the defense out.
I just think, David, too predictable that last drive. They got to do something here to get this defense on their heels.
Hit hard as he released the ball on that 1st down pass, and it never had a chance. Feeling some heat. And he will be sacked at the 6-yard line.
Really nice play. When you talk about Alabama and their dominance on defense, especially in recent years, it all starts up front. You have to have disruptors playing on the defensive line, guys that can be versatile and line up at different positions, but create havoc in the backfield, and that's what this guy has been able to do.
And he breaks into the open. He's at the 40. Big gain on that one as he steps out of bounds with a 1st down.
Well, after that last play, you can see how electrifying this guy is and how special he is after he makes the catch. If I'm on offense, I'm trying to find a lot of ways to get him touches in this game.
That is a jolt of energy for the offense to get out of trouble in field position, and now all kinds of room to work. They're bringing heat. Nowhere to go with the ball, and down he goes at the 39. Each play has a life and history of its own. And you want to talk about two opposite plays. Offense grabs momentum, defense takes it back.
Yeah, and the game's always like that, isn't it? It's back and forth. Sometimes they get you, sometimes you get them. Nice job by the defense being ready for the next play. Don't worry about the play before where you gave up some yards. Nice job answering and getting the tackle for a loss with the sack.
That pass is incomplete, and they're probably fortunate that it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. On 3rd and long, you'll have to turn it loose deep. Wide open downfield.
This guy's done a lot of good things early this year throwing the football. With that last completion, that now takes him over 1,000 yards passing for the year.
Hands it off. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming. The Canes are threatening in the red zone. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Got it in the middle. It's Horton. And they'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. They'll go to the air, getting some heat. And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush.
Touchdown, Hurricane! And they'll put that scoreboard operator to work and put 6 on the board. The field position was bad. The finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
He's into the end zone for the 2, and he gives them the lead.
And that's what makes this guy so dynamic. Not only is he good using his legs out in the field, but down here close to the goal line, if things aren't open, he can get it in himself running it, and they do for 2 points.
He'll bring it out. It's Hamilton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out in the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. This should be the last play of the quarter. Quick pass on the jet motion. And after the tackle, we are headed to the end of the first quarter. Second down here as they go back to work after the break. Looking to throw, it's Milroe. Got his man on the right. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
It's a really nice-looking throw. This dude is a weapon in this offense at the quarterback position. It's so funny, you know, I think back to guys like Greg McElroy and A.J. McCarron, guys that may or may not have unfairly been tabbed as game managers. And then you think of Jalen Hurts, Tua, and Bryce Young in recent years, and just how dynamic and versatile these guys were at the position and how they've really helped take this offense to the next level. Watching this guy reminds me a little bit of that.
And I love working the slot receivers. You see so much of that. It's about matchups, right? I can put a fast guy in that slot, maybe get him matched up on a linebacker or a safety. I like working those guys in those matchups. Favorable for the offense for sure.
And on second down for this offense. They want to just keep throwing it. Quickly out to the tight end. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. That throw and catch, a really good example of why coaches don't want a quarterback to get stuck on a particular target, isn't it, David?
Yep, that's exactly right. Find the guy who's open, because you got so many guys that have so much speed that can do so much damage on the field. Find my matchup, get it to him, let him do the rest.
This Alabama offense is clicking. They're set up with another first down. Handoff from the gun. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, the offensive line had everybody blocked except the defensive end. He was able to sneak into the backfield and get the tackle for loss.
Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. To the air, it's Milroe. They're trying to get to it. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be third down.
You want to make a guy that's elite, that's one of the best in the business, start to become more and more human. Keep getting hits on. Nice job by the defense, getting in his face, being physical. Make him feel your presence. Don't let him get comfortable back there in that pocket.
Some third down conversions tougher than others. This one a long one on third down from the 43. He's looking downfield to throw. Snagged on the outside. It's Young.
You got to love that on defense. One of the most critical statistics out there is how do you play on third down? How do you prevent the opponent from keeping drives alive? Right there, tackling the catch. You gave up the completion. What do? You set up 4th and long. You're going to get the ball back. Go get some water and something.
The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Back to throw. It's Ward. Pressure coming. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Well, the offense looks as if they fell on the fumble, and they'll keep the ball. Now on 3rd and 10, if they can move the chains here, maybe they can get this drive started. From the gun, wants to pass. Hums it downfield. It's complete. He's off to the races. He's out of bounds after a really nice game, but there is a marker on the field. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Really want to try to pick up at least half of the yardage needed on 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. Complete downfield. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. There's a difference between being methodical and thorough and slow. They were slow, and they got the flag. They'll move it back, and it's 1st and 15 for this offense. Use the play fake. Now to throw. Spits it out to the back. Right on the money to the outside. He dragged the toe, and how about the ball placement? Only the receiver could get it. A little bit more to go after that last completion. They'll try to pick it up on second down. The give from the gun. And he's tripped up, but not before picking up the first down. And the Hurricanes are in the hurry-up. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James.
And the quarterback runs out of time, and down he goes at the 38. One of the mantras of the Crimson Tide is they want to make your rear end quit. And that defensive line can certainly do that.
Big, physical. You've seen all these guys up front. They're strong at the point of attack, and they make you earn everything you get. And the athleticism when they get you in passing situations and they know you're going to pass, they're going to come after your quarterback.
He's going to run it. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Well, great job there by the defense because they weren't able to get him sacked right away, but you saw the coverage in the back end. Nowhere for the quarterback to throw the football. Didn't get the sack, obviously. You don't get the negative play, but you also don't give up a big one. You're feeling pretty good about where you are right now in this drive.
Pocket starts to collapse. That pass not closes. He got drilled trying to deliver it, and it'll bring up fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Takes a shot as he throws, and it never had a chance. Incomplete. The offense set for a first down play. Defense looks as if it's coming. Looking downfield, it's Milroe. Fires one high and deep. Catch and stride inside the 15. And he just kept running, and he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Alabama! And the extra point is good, and the lead is 6. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. South Carolina looks lost today, and boy, does it show right now on the scoreboard. Almost like the coaching staff spent the week in Hilton Head instead of the film room. They're trailing by 14 to Utah. For now, it's back to you fellas, but of course, if anything changes, you'll see it right here.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. They've got it back after that last drive stalled out, and they were stopped on fourth down, David.
Yeah, and they put a little bit of a drive together, but, Jesse, they stalled on the other side of the field, and they got to find a way to keep that momentum going as they get closer to the end zone.
I agree. I do like their mindset, though, and I think they need to continue being aggressive moving forward in this game.
Second down here, and maybe they've got time to get one more snap off before the 2-minute warning. He's looking to throw. Got a man. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Coming after it. That pass is well off target. He got hit as he was trying to throw, and they can't convert on 3rd down.
Yeah, and unfortunately, this guy's been beat like a drum. He's been hit, sacked a bunch of times already, and another hit right here. I'm literally looking at my offensive line and be like, dude, I need some more time. You got to protect me better than this. Give me a chance to complete some passes.
They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. They'll start this drive at the 33-yard line. Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. He is stopped behind the line of scrimmage. They'll lose yards on that one. Lost 5 on that first play, and now it's 2nd and 15. They'll give it to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. And it's intercepted. A turnover for the defense. Made the play on the pick, was hoping to make one on the return. He'll have to settle for letting the offense pay it off to the 26. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Dropping back, it's Ward. Fires to the middle. Oh, he drops the football. He had him right down the gut of the field. Instead, it'll be second down. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. Fires to the wideout. Picked off. Takes it the other way. He's at the 40. The 20. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too, now. Look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. So they got the touchdown, and as they kick off, really important for the defense to shut them down here. And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. So late in the half, this is really an opportunity, David, maybe to swing the momentum in their favor.
Dang right. There's no time to be conservative. We're a little bit down. Listen, I just think this is a point with the offense that they can prove. Like, we're here, we're going to create something now that we can build on in the second half.
Coach said all week he wanted to be aggressive. This is a great opportunity to show that right now. At the end of the first half, try and generate some momentum, score some points before going into halftime.
Fires into traffic, intercepted. Bringing it back. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half, we'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Touch pass on the run. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
And the defense, you hold your breath. When this receiver has the football out in space, you have got to make sure you're playing with outstanding pursuit. Nice job there, but as this game goes on, they've got to keep an eye on this guy and make sure they know where he is at all times.
We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half, they're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. To the air, it's Milroe. He caught it. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. Just enough time for one final play of the half. Defense going to jam these receivers right off the line. And going to the run is going to backfire as the clock runs out here in the first half. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Hurricanes will boot it away to start the second half. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Here comes that Alabama offense. They got plenty done through the air in the first half, and we'll see if they even need to look for balance as we start the third quarter.
Well, and I think defensively, you understand, like, the running game isn't a big part of the plan. I wonder how they adjust and play more coverage to this pass-happy offense.
Yeah, so you're going to have to be ready if you're a quarterback then. You're probably going to see some different coverages. You might see a little bit more blitz in the second half as well, so you have to know where your answers are.
He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. A new set of downs after the completion. Trying to find his man on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's caught downfield. And perhaps a touchdown-saving tackle as they get him down at the 37. The Tide with the 1st and 10. Toss to the outside. Open space at the 25. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
What a run. Great speed, great vision, elusiveness, and David, he's tackled down close to the goal line.
Yeah, and this offense, when you can run the football like this, man, you will have success, especially in the red zone, trying to get touchdowns.
A first down run on the doorstep. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Man, what a spectacular play by that defensive end to come up with the tackle there.
And you see those guys get off the football so fast. Most of these guys are 250 to 275 pounds, but they get off the ball fast, low. And the offensive linemen, they have no chance to stop those guys as quick and as fast as they are.
Pass rush, gets there, gets home, gets him down at the 23. Third and goal coming up here. To the air, it's Milroe trying to get to him. Fires to the big fella. And a good job in coverage there as they stop it after just a few. They allowed the completion, but this defense was swarming to keep them away from that first down line.
Yeah, and you allow completions in those third down situations underneath the sticks, and you come up and rally, and everybody flies to the football. That's great execution by this defense.
That is no good. After the missed field goal, this lead's still sitting at 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over.
And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13. They need something that goes forward this time on 2nd and long from the 14. He's looking to throw. Feeling some heat. And here comes the pressure, and there he goes down again. And this offense just has to find a way to convert this third down, or else they are really in trouble. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. A strike downfield. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. And they just want to give this guy a chance to make a play on third down, and more times than not, he is going to deliver.
He's so good, so efficient, such a good route runner, got the speed, got the complete game, so you definitely want to highlight him, and especially on those downs that matter the most. If something's not open quick underneath, find him, they'll make those contested catches.
Well, look, this quarterback has struggled a little bit in this game with interceptions. Maybe he was being too greedy early on that time, made a real good decision. And I'll tell you what, that's a nice...
Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46. And it is hardly a big surprise that this Alabama defense is hitting hard and making their presence felt in the backfield.
Yeah, it's what they built their brand on. They built it on physicality and stopping the run, and you've seen over the last several years, too. After they do that, they come after your quarterback, and they try to get that sucker on the ground.
This defense has got to get better at tackling in the open field or gang tackling, because if you need 3 or 4 guys to bring a guy down, have fun with that.
Looking for a man. It's Ward. Using his legs to buy some time. Firing to the right, complete. Anytime this guy has that much time to throw, you're not going to stop him from picking up the first down.
No, and he needs to go thank his offensive lineman right now. Thank you, big fellas, for keeping me upright. No pressure, but read the defense, make the strike, get the first down conversion.
He makes a grab. Gets it inside the 5, down to the 4, and it'll be 1st and goal.
And there was no question in that scenario. That's where the quarterback was going. He knew he had his receiver in a matchup that he liked, running a route where he would find himself open. Nice job between those two.
They'll keep it on the ground for first and goal. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And yeah, that's kind of surprising. And we talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it.
He's got it in the end zone. Touchdown, K. My philosophy on going for 2 is only when you have to. He's looking to pass. He's got it in the end zone for the 2 as they draw a little closer. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. He'll bring it out. It's Adams. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. You want to talk about taking the wind out of your sails. Drive the ball down the field and miss the field goal, David.
You know,
fires into traffic. It's picked off. And he's going to take it all the way. Touchdown, Miami. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to do. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
Well, there was a golden opportunity for the offense to come away with 2 points there, but he dropped it in the end zone. That's a catch you have to make.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Adams. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes that Alabama offense. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do happen, so you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes, too. He is a versatile back.
Looking for a crease. It's Haynes. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the first down. They'll snap it on first down from the 35. He just couldn't hold his water long enough in the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. So the decision has been made, and the coach will take the penalty. Looking for a productive play on first down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Williams. Oh, that is a nice move to get the ball out to the 36.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job increasing. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
That's caught. It's Young. At the 40, there he goes. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down. Fresh set of downs after the completion. The give to the right. What a nifty run there to pick up the first down.
First down, physicality wins football games. Being able to run the football and create balance. And right here, just choose up another first down. Gives you another chance to maybe continue to run the football.
And I feel like this guy, too, is just an explosive play waiting to happen. His vision, his quickness, and he's got a burst. If you give this guy just a crease, he's going to hit it. And right now, he's doing some damage on this defense.
Hand off from the shotgun. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
And I don't care if I get it by 2, by 20, by 30, by 40. I just want to get the first down, understanding the situation, understanding where the sticks are. Doesn't have to be sexy, but I got to make sure I get to that stick, get to the first down mark.
They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Miami 22, Alabama 21.
Second down now as they're ready to go back to work. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. Scanning the field, it's Milroe. It's complete on the right side. And they stop him just short of the stick. It'll bring up a decision on fourth down. Down a possession here in the fourth, and they'll need to convert on this fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Caught over the middle. It's Young. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
I love when you start bringing linebackers up near the line of scrimmage and you start sending them, because those guys have serious speed. They can come catch anybody up and down the line of scrimmage. The linebacker, you could tell, he had a good clue what was going on. He knew it was a run play, fired, pulled the trigger, came downhill, and attacked the running back.
He'll run it up the middle, trying to pick his way to the end zone. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. If they can get it into the end zone here, they can really turn up the heat in this one. 3rd and goal. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. Touchdown, Bama! They've got the lead here in the 4th. Why not double the try total and go for 2? Got his man quickly. He just couldn't squirt his way in for the 2, and it's still a 5-point game here in the 4th quarter. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. That Miami offense back onto the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out, you need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football, because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that first down. Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. Looking to throw, it's Ward. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. At the 45, on his way. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense. And the Canes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Got it in the middle, it's George. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down. That big pickup on what they call the drag route, but if you hit it on time, you can hit the turbo booster.
And you've got to be accurate on the throw too, Reese. Nice job by the QB there, putting it out in front of his receiver to make an easy catch and then advance it.
Just couldn't find an open man. He'll get rid of it, and it'll be second down.
Know the situation, know the game of football, right? When I start to get outside the pocket, I don't see anything there. I can throw the ball away. I don't have to take a sack, get a lost yardage play. I can just throw the ball out of bounds as long as it passes the line of scrimmage. We go on to the next down.
And the defense gets home and makes a play at the 37-yard line. And the Canes headed quickly to the line. On third down, he drops to throw. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Interesting call here for the head coach, too, because you need a touchdown. Now, it's 4th and long. You could kick the field goal and cut into the lead, but depends on how much you trust your defense right now. They may go for this one, guys.
Linebackers trying to create some confusion. That's the kind of protection you dream about as he fires left. And he throws his 3rd pick of the day. His head has to be spinning. Really nice focus by this sophomore, and he jumped on his chance to make a play. The Tide offense rolls onto the field. The give, and tick, 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 tick. Gets it out to the 38-yard line after picking up 10 on that one.
And I like the first thought process right here. Run the football. We want to run that clock with the lead. Thank you to the defense for forcing that turnover, setting us up. Now, if we can put a few first downs together, we're looking really good.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Try to get the edge with a quick touch pass. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. Here comes the offense on 1st and 10 from the 47. They'll go to the toss. Nice move to keep moving. They make the stop at the 37, but not before he's got 10 yards and the first down.
Well, the defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
From inside the 40 at the 37, it's first down. A little too anxious along that offensive line. That'll be a false start. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. Offense set on first down. Power football with the run. Really nice stop there from this senior leader.
This offense thinks that they have enough left in the tank here to run the football and run all the time off the clock. They got the lead late. Didn't get the first down on that last one, but it's not going to surprise anybody if they turn around and hand it off again here.
Now on second down. The give to the running back from the shotgun. Jumped on top of the pile.
I think the OC would have been really happy with a small gain and an easier third down. But how about the effort by the running back to get this close? He saw the first down marker, tried to get to it, got close enough now where it's an easy situation on third down. And shoot, and I got fourth down in my pocket if I want to go for it.
And this guy really has been a workhorse today. He's made plays when his offense has needed them the most. He's a guy who's reliable. They know they can turn around, give him the football, and he'll go make things work out. They're going to need him to finish this game. He has to continue playing well after that big run there.
First down here with time for maybe one more play until the 2-minute warning. We have arrived at the 2-minute warning, a one-possession game as this offense tries to hold on. The Crimson Tide comes to the line with the 1st and 10. From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And they drag him down, but not before he picks up the first down.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice gain.
And as they come to the line, they have the lead, and they have the clock on their side. First and goal. Touchdown tie! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That'll give them a little more breathing room as they try to push this winning streak to 5. And with the extra point, the lead is a dozen here in the 4th. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown.
34, Miami, 22.
And he'll step out of bounds, and that'll be it for the return. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think
And the pass rush is effective, and they tackle him at the 19. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. Dropping back, it's Ward. They're bringing heat. Hit as he throws. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. I'm not positive, but that first down marker might be in the next county. On 3rd and long, hoping to throw beyond the sticks. Another interception. That's his 4th of the day. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
Man, this defense did a perfect job understanding the situation. You know you got the lead. You know they're going to be passing. And you come after the quarterback, get the big hit. You get pressure on the quarterback, good things happen, and they make the big INT.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run. When they're going between the tackles, this defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And a decent gain there before the defense makes a stop.
I think that was an example of the offensive coordinator trying to help out his quarterback. He's trying to keep these 3rd downs manageable. You know, you throw the ball on 2nd down and it's incomplete. Now you've set up 3rd and long, and now you're set up to fail.
He's got enough for the first down. They'll spot him at the 24-yard line.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses. It's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
Good pickup on that play. It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making a good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Give to the running back. Smashes through. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry. With the clock running, this should be the final play. Winning those individual 6-second battles every play, time after time after time after time, and that leads to a victory here.
And I love when teams go out and play like it's sudden death. Like if they lose the game, their entire season